Hey, what is up guys? Mirza here, and I'm back on Injustice and Mortal Kombat. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at two different mobile games. As far as I'm aware, I haven't seen anybody else do this type of video before comparing these two games. So one of the craziest things about Injustice on the App Store specifically are the reviews. Believe it or not, this game still gets reviews and it is sitting at a 4.8 out of 5. But what's crazy is that these reviews are recent. This one is from March 29th, and if I keep scrolling, I will probably find one even more recent, like this one, May 2nd. And that's just so crazy. There is still an active player base for this game. Injustice Mobile was first released in 2013. You guys will not believe how far this game has come. More than Mortal Kombat. If I go to the update history and scroll down, 9 years ago. And what's crazy is that this isn't even the first update, 2.8. That's not even the first update. So that's crazy. I can't even find the older updates. Like, it just stops at the Batman vs Superman takeover, which is not the first version of the game. So that is cap right here. The fact that it just shows 2.8 and nothing below that, that's very weird. But I can tell you guys that I was playing this game. I got this game in 2013. I was legit playing this game with my cousins and friends. I used to play this game on my mom's phone, on the iPhone 4, believe it or not, like way back. And then when I got my own iPod Touch, guess what? I installed this game as well. So that's crazy. And this was way back in 2013, way before update 2.8. Mortal Kombat Mobile, you will definitely see this game in the top charts in the App Store. That is not the case for Injustice Mobile, sadly, because that game is just not breaking any records. Now, this game on the App Store has 148,000 ratings, almost 100,000 reviews less than Injustice Mobile. And there is a good reason for that. So I told you guys before that Injustice Mobile came out in 2013. This game, Mortal Kombat Mobile, came out in 2015, along with the release of MKX on console. If I scroll down here, yeah, see, this is cap, update 3.0. Like, this is not the first update of the game. So both Injustice Mobile and Mortal Kombat Mobile had update 1.0 respectively. Now I'm gonna try to find some gameplay to show you guys what these two games looked like back in the day, back on update 1.0 on the first available update. Now, off the jump, Mortal Kombat Mobile has the better gameplay mechanic simply because you can connect your combos to special attacks. You cannot do this in Injustice 1, and I have to stress that so much because it makes the biggest difference in the gameplay. Now, you will see that gameplay for both of these games are very similar, but the biggest difference in recent history is the inclusion of cameos where you can just tag them in and they do a specific effect. And what they've always been doing is connecting your special attacks. That is something Injustice Mobile just never even did. Even back in 2015 when Mortal Kombat Mobile came out and Injustice was still getting updates, that would have been a great time to carry over that gameplay mechanic from Mortal Kombat Mobile. That is something that I will never understand why they didn't take the time to connect your basic attacks to specials. To do specials in Injustice, you have to be lucky, you have to time it. That's the whole point of it. Guys, the current offer for this week is Rebirth Wally West. This is one of the newer Flash characters in Injustice Mobile, and he will come to your collection at Elite X level 60, fully augmented on any order of $50 or more. I also have a $100 offer right here, where you receive my 2 best-selling currency packs. So it's a lot of currencies if you order $100 or more. And if you are a new time buyer, this is even better actually, because you're going to receive even more currencies. And guess what? There is no price limit on it. You don't have to have a specific order amount or anything. It could be a $10 order, a $20 order. It doesn't matter. You will still receive the new buyer offer if it is your first time ordering. Now, these two other offers are for specific order amounts. Like I just told you, to get Rebirth Wally West, it's $50. And then to get the 2 best-selling currency packs is to spend $100. So that's how you're going to get a bunch of currencies if you spend $100. Now, these offers go away in like 7 days, and there's always going to be a new one replacing it. And there are so many other products that I have posted here, such as support cards, characters from Elite 1, Elite 7, all the way to Elite X. So definitely check out this website today. We support both iOS and Android orders, and all of our orders are completely ban-proof. So check it out today. The link will be down below in the description. You don't want the opponent to block. And because you cannot connect your combos to specials, it makes it significantly harder to get those unblockable specials. Now, looking at gameplay for both of these games, they are very similar. You have 3 people on your team, and you have gear setups as well. You can equip gear for those characters. And with the new update for Mortal Kombat Mobile, you have the inclusion of an additional character on your team, a cameo character, that can come in, stun the opponent, power drain the opponent, and do a bunch of other stuff. Now, the role that the cameo plays in Mortal Kombat Mobile is very crucial to your gameplay. This is a new gameplay mechanic for Mortal Kombat Mobile. Cameo characters that stun, for example, are my favorite because you get to just do anything right after that. I think the biggest difference is game modes. I think game modes are the most that this game did. You have so many game modes in this game. Even at the end of this game's life cycle, we saw the inclusion of Phantom Zone. Now, with the new update for Mortal Kombat Mobile, we have Realm Clash, which is just a prettier version of Faction Wars. Now, Faction Wars is just the online mode for this game, but now it's called Realm Clash. And the store is kind of the same as well. You have the same exact characters here. I maxed them out a long time ago, but what is cool is the inclusion of the cameo store inside of the Realm Clash. So right here, you guys can see we have cameos that snare, cameos that power drain, stun, and do bleed. So this is super awesome. Cameos are something that I think can work well in Injustice Mobile. I just don't know how it will look like, but I would definitely appreciate something like that for Injustice Mobile because cameos, you know, they are starting to grow on me a little bit, okay? I like the cameos. Simply because I have so many cameo characters now. So check this out. If I show you guys all of my cameo characters, I have so many now, and I've been working on upgrading all of them to level 30, which is max for them. You guys can see I have so many cameo characters at level 30. I have my boy Dark Raiden, and I have so many other diamond characters that are cameos. So my favorite cameo character is definitely Injustice Scorpion, simply because of the fact that he does stun on his first special, and you know, the bleed or the fire, it's very nice as well. You guys can see I have so many diamond characters here. So Classic Raiden, level 30, Fire God Liu Kang, MK1 Gearus. So I have to upgrade so many of these, but even Classic Scarlet I have as a cameo character. And right here, you can see all of the cameo characters I do not have, and there are a lot. So if you are playing this game, definitely work on building your cameo collection because this is a new type of collection, a new type of teammate, basically, your 4th teammate. And this will kind of make it or break it for those really hard matches, like, you know, Fight 200, for example, on any tower. You definitely want a really good cameo character, like a maxed out one. Even though the damage is not that great, you still want a really solid cameo character, and that's what I'm really focused on building right now, is just a bunch of cameo characters that do so much. You know, I have the stun cameo characters, I have the power draining cameo characters, I have the snare cameo characters. So Classic Raiden, a great example of a awesome cameo character. This guy does dispel as soon as you call him in, meaning if you're getting affected by frostbite or anything annoying really, any debuff, he will just erase it. So that is awesome. This is a cameo character that is built for the towers, honestly. When it comes to game modes in Mortal Kombat Mobile compared to Injustice Mobile, I just told you guys that at the end of Injustice Mobile's life cycle, you had the inclusion of Phantom Zone, which kind of saved the game a little bit. And with Mortal Kombat Mobile, the new game mode here is the Crypt. Now, the Crypt is something that I've been playing a lot recently, ever since I got back into this game. Now, this game mode has definitely saved this game for me personally. It's the one game mode that I play a lot because guess what? It rotates every week and you get awesome characters and awesome gear. I wish Realm Clash had a bit of a revamp to its store so that it would cycle at least every 7 days. There would be a cycle of characters because I already have all these characters maxed out. So that's something that just bugs me about Realm Clash. It's really just Faction Wars with the cameo store included, but you guys didn't hear that from me. What is different that I'll say is that you can choose to be part of a realm. You guys can choose to be part of the Nether Realm, the Earth Realm, all that. So I think right now I'm in Nether Realm, but I always choose Earth Realm or anything like that. I don't really care. This is something that I don't think really matters all that much because I've been swapping realms every single season just to see what the differences are, but Honestly, there are not really any differences when it comes to choosing the realm that you want to be a part of. One thing that Realm Clash or Faction Wars does better than the online mode of Injustice is the inclusion of 2 separate game modes. Now, just like Injustice, you have the 7 matches online battle right here. You have the 5 matches online battle, just like in Injustice. And this was kind of just it for Faction Wars for a long time, until they released Survivor. Survivor is something that saved Faction Wars for sure. Now, one of the best things about Survivor in Realm Clash is battle rating. You are not going to get as much battle rating in Quick Battle as you are in Survivor. And that is something to note. If you are really trying to grind, it is really imperative that you do Survivor. Whether you want to do hard or normal or fatal, that's up to you. But always try to use those characters that have the extra boost for battle rating. So, you know, Assassin Jade, and then just pick 2 other characters that also provide boosts. But there's really no need to do something like this. You never want to do something like this, right? So this will just waste your teams because it's not going to stack like you think it will. If I go back, you guys can see the max is capped at 81,000 battle rating. But guess what? If I go and do something like this, but still keep that one character with the really high battle rating, and then I go back, guess what? It is the same thing. So don't waste those characters that have really high battle rating. Save them for the second run. Now, Survivor mode is a whole nother beast in this game. I can do the 15 matches Fatal Tower in Survivor for Mortal Kombat. I cannot do the same for Injustice. This is a really hard game mode. If you or anybody you know can fully complete this game mode, let me know. I need tips about this because I can't do it. So yeah, when it comes to game modes, Survivor is one of a kind. This is a very different Survivor mode than Mortal Kombat. This is not for babies, okay? You need to lock in here, okay? You need to make sure all your characters are Elite X, level 60, fully augmented, fully maxed out. You need Boss Ares. You need all the unreleased characters, all that. I'm just kidding, but it is really hard. Once you get to like Fight 8, Fight 9, and 10, oh my god. Just be ready for the most foul effects to happen, like no dot, no crit. You barely do any damage at that point to the character, so it is just crazy. Now, one other game mode, not really, is Combat Pass. Combat Pass is something that is present in both Mortal Kombat Mobile and Injustice 2 Mobile. I believe in that game, it's just called Injustice Pass, and I don't really like it. This is just another way for the developers to make money, and that's all fine and dandy, but I am glad that this is not in Injustice Mobile. It has not made its way into Injustice Mobile because it is very clearly a ripoff of Fortnite and all those other games that did Battle Pass way before Mortal Kombat Mobile. If Mortal Kombat really did invent this, it would have been in 2015, but no. This Combat Pass is the effect of Fortnite, bro. Honestly, I think Fortnite has caused all game developers to do this now for all their games, which is include Battle Pass. That's all cool, but, you know, 5 years ago, 2-3 years ago, that was not the case, literally. When Mortal Kombat Mobile and Injustice 2 Mobile first came out, and for a very long time after that, they never had this type of thing called, you know, Injustice Pass, Combat Pass. So that is the one difference in Mortal Kombat Mobile that I don't like, and I'm glad that Injustice does not have something like this. This is not something that I'm a fan of because the rewards are not that great. Even for the free tier that you get to climb up and just see what you get, it's really nothing. It's like pennies at the end of the day. But you do get like Ascension cards and stuff like that. So every season, every Combat Pass feels a little bit better than the last. You can kind of see that the developers do care a little bit about the rewards that are included in these Combat Passes. But yeah, I don't know. I think definitely make the rewards better for the free tier. Make it so that you want to climb up to, you know, level 50 and get that level 50 item. One thing that they do really good is to have profile pictures, right? So these profile pictures I like a lot. You guys can see that I have the one from, I don't even know what season number it's called, but if I go to, where is it? It should just say Combat Pass. Yeah, Combat Pass. This is something that I really like. I like these little profile pictures. Now, another game mode that is different from Injustice is quests. You just kind of send your team away for a little while and you cannot use them in certain game modes, but that's fine because you can still use them in the game modes that matter. Now, just like Injustice, you have the campaign or battle mode right here with a bunch of towers and boss fights and all that. What's really cool about Mortal Kombat, however, is you can do brutalities and fatalities in this. So I think fatalities are quite literally reserved for battle mode. You can only do fatalities in battle mode. So fatalities, I don't know why, they are not that popular. You cannot do them in every single match. You can only do them in battle mode for those very specific characters that the developers made fatalities for. So it's very weird. It's very dated. I wish there was an update for fatalities specifically to make them available across the game modes basically. That would be a really awesome way to end the match for online, for crypt, for all those other game modes. Just doing a fatality would be so awesome. So I am sad that it's only reserved for battle mode because I've already completed it. It's, you know, I've already done all of it. So it's just crazy. I wish there was more of an emphasis on battle mode and incorporating fatalities into the other game modes. Now, talents are kind of like support cards from Injustice Mobile, but they're way, way better. You get to create really cool talents for your characters. So I built a very offensive build for all my characters. So you guys can see I have the special ending right here at the end. That way I can do brutalities on all 3 characters in the match. So that's really awesome. But you can choose to build a very defensive build for all of your characters if you choose to do that. But what's really cool is right here, there are presets. Just like the presets for, you know, characters, you have presets for talents. So definitely take advantage of this and try out every single tree, like maxed out. I did that and I found that offensive is the best way to go, but don't sleep on defense. I mean, defense has really cool effects near the end, just like support right here. So it is up to you how you want to do talents, but this is the way I do it. That is something that is not present in Injustice Mobile, and I wish it was because it's very cool to build a tree for all your characters. Now, just like Injustice, there is challenge mode. Now, the current challenge is for Scourge Baraka. So this is a game mode that is ripped straight out of Injustice. And right here, you have the Shao Kahn's Tower. What's really cool about Mortal Kombat Mobile, you have so many game modes, more than Injustice Mobile. And these are the game modes that a lot of players will play when they first download the game. So obviously, I don't play every single game mode on Mortal Kombat Mobile because I've done all of them. I've fully completed Shao Kahn's Tower. I've fully completed Battle Mode. And for the most part, I have every single challenge character. So what I do is crypt in towers and sometimes Realm Clash. But if you are a new player starting off, you will definitely want to take advantage of playing all the game modes here, especially Shao Kahn's Tower, quest mode for extra currency. Crypt is really important, but start off with battle mode. Battle mode was designed for every new player that downloads the game for the first time. It's your introduction to the whole game basically. So make sure if you're going to play this game for the first time, go through battle mode. You're going to unlock a lot of stuff simply for playing this specific game mode. And this will allow you to join the other game modes like online, Realm Clash, challenge mode. You'll be able to do those game modes once you have a lot of characters under your belt. Now, looking at the store for both of these games, there are a lot of stores in Mortal Kombat Mobile. There are more stores in this game than Injustice Mobile. Injustice Mobile is very simple. You have just one store, really. You don't even have a online store in Injustice. Believe it or not, there is no online store, nothing like that. If you want to get your hands on any new character in Injustice, you will have to do online or challenge mode. There are really no other ways to get those newer characters because they are pretty much locked behind an online reward. So, Mortal Kombat Mobile does this better because they have so many other game modes in this, so they get to create so many other stores for this game. But what is really, really interesting is the inclusion of Dragon Crystals. I don't like it when games add a bunch of currencies when there are already so many currencies. And what I found out recently is that Mortal Kombat Mobile has already done this before in the past. You had those challenge tokens, I remember. They were like silver tokens from the old version of Mortal Kombat Mobile, but they got rid of that. And then they add even more currencies. So That is something to keep a watchful eye for, alright? I don't like it when these games add a bunch of currencies. It just confuses me at the end of the day. But right now, I think it's fine for the most part. Now, right here is feats of strength. You get to kind of customize your characters here with allegiances, taunts, icons, and all that. But what really matters are the victory stances. I love these a lot. So I think for Gearus, yeah, I have his maxed out one. So check this out. After I win a match with Gearus doing the highest damage in it, he will do this really cool animation. So, you know, that's something that I love to just customize all my characters for. You also have Trials, which is very similar to Injustice 2 Mobile, but not like Injustice Mobile. Injustice Mobile did have challenges. There were Facebook challenges and other stuff like that. And console challenges, right? So you had those challenges for Star Labs on the console version of Injustice that got you those really interesting characters like Batman Beyond or Nightfall Bane. And that was really it for challenges or trials or anything of that sort for Injustice Mobile. So looking at it, Injustice is such a bare bones game, but it's so good anyway. It doesn't have to be so convoluted in its own game that has to have all these game modes, all these currencies. It doesn't need that. I'm perfectly fine with how Injustice is right now. You guys know all my grievances for that game, such as the iPhone display, the screen size just not lining up on my new phone. That just sucks to see. So I wish there was an update for that specifically. And Mortal Kombat has that. You know, Mortal Kombat, if I boot it up on my iPhone 10, 11, 12 Pro Max, 15 Pro Max, it will fill up the entire screen and the game looks beautiful. There's also the inbox, which is a really nice welcomed feature. I wish Injustice had this, but it doesn't. It's just a very old game, so there are no inboxes or no mail type of thing in Injustice. But what you do have in Injustice is your war banner or your emblem that you get to customize for online people to see, and that is very much the case for Mortal Kombat Mobile. But I think Mortal Kombat does it better because there are so many customizations to make here, more than Injustice. Now, when it comes to Injustice, this game is very simple, but I love it anyway. Just like Mortal Kombat Mobile, you have a lot of currencies still in this game. You had the inclusion of 2 new currencies alongside Phantom Zone, which were Nth Metal and Valorium. So trust me, so adding Dragon Crystals to Mortal Kombat Mobile is right up NetherRealm's like alley basically. So I'm not surprised that they keep doing that. I just hope they do something different, you know. I hope they make better use of the Combat Pass. They add more game modes. Believe it or not, I think there is still a precedent for newer, better game modes in Mortal Kombat Mobile. That game is one of a kind, honestly. It is very similar to Injustice Mobile, and that's why I like playing it. It reminds me a lot of Injustice. Now, Star Labs, I would say it's very similar to Talents from Mortal Kombat, but not really. Honestly, not really. But if I drag a character here, you guys can see that I can customize the damage, health, crit damage, and crit chance. This was also added relatively late into the game, and I really don't know how I feel about it because there are so many augmentation cards. I hate the ones that are like the minor augment. They do quite literally nothing. I wish all the augment cards were like these ones, like the medium augment cards, because these make a big difference in your character that you're trying to upgrade for. But that's going to be it for today. This was my video on Mortal Kombat Mobile versus Injustice Mobile. I took a look at the gameplay, the game modes, and everything. So let me know what you guys think about this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Follow me on Instagram at MirzaXPlays and join the Discord server. So the links for all that stuff will be down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace, guys.